everyone, I'm AnonymousAutumn, and this is the Hangar. For the first episode of the Hangar, I'll be covering the Su-35 BM Flanker E and the FA-18E Super Hornet. Jets are versatile and deadly vehicles in Battlefield 3, capable of engaging and defeating both ground and air targets. If the pilot is aware of his or her surroundings, has quick reflexes, and makes smart decisions, then the tide of battle will most certainly end in their favor. The Super Hornet and the Flanker are statistically identical, so it is imperative that the pilot use any means possible to eliminate the enemy, as there are no advantages to the two jets. Communication is key, both with your wingman and the boots on the ground. Coordinating key missile strikes can change the face of the battlefield on the ground, and fragging the bogey on your wingman 6 will put you one step closer to air superiority. The key to taking out an enemy fighter is to get above and behind them. Shooting downwards and at their back maximizes their profile, yet will give them no opportunity to fire back. My preferred method of taking out choppers is to swoop in low, attack the bottom of the chopper, and continue upwards to make another pass. This can be risky, however, as there is always a chance of crashing either into the chopper or the wreckage left from the kill. Once you have made a kill, quickly ignite your afterburners and head towards the outer edges of the map to remain out of line of sight of potential threats. Largest threats to your jet are other aircraft. Attack helicopters and enemy jets will make short work of you if you aren't paying attention. In order to boost your situation awareness, I strongly recommend using the air radar specialization for the first slot in your jet. This will mark the locations of every enemy vehicle within range on your minimap, which also becomes larger. Having this upgrade makes it extremely difficult for an opponent to both shake you and catch you by surprise. Being locked on by enemy anti-aircraft missiles can be stressful. However, it is fairly easy to counter. The easiest, and in my opinion, the most efficient way is through distance. Simply drop altitude, get close to the ground, and get distance between the shooter. However, if it's an enemy aircraft, the best way is to break line of sight. This also provides an opportunity to shake the enemy and maneuver behind them. My method, although not recommended, is to activate afterburners and head straight at them, diving down below them a second or two before a collision. This allows you to get behind the enemy and light them up. For your second jet upgrade, I recommend the extinguishers in keeping with the theme of versatility. IR flares are only good against air-to-air missiles and will not protect you from the chain gun fire of a jet. Extinguishers can only be activated once you've been disabled, but it will regenerate your jet's health enough to where you have full control. The main disadvantage to extinguishers is their longer recharge time. However, if you play conservatively, you will not need to worry about this. For your third and final jet upgrade, I recommend the Guided Missile. The Guided Missile is an extremely capable and versatile weapon. It is able to engage ground targets at any time, and with a laser designation, any aircraft. Also, it packs one hell of a punch when used in conjunction with the nose-mounted chain gun. In addition, it is fantastic for scouting as its zoomed camera can see spotted targets that you can't always see with the standard view. This is valuable when calling out ground targets for the other people in your squad, or hunting up a shot on an infantryman. There have been many other videos that show you maneuvering techniques, so I won't go into depth on that. But I do have one thing that I'd like to share. When banking, I vary between the afterburners and a full brake. This provides a fairly tight turn radius while also maintaining a high speed. This maneuver is perfect for flanking. This has been the Hangar, and my name is AnonymousAutumn. Thanks for watching. Next week's episode will contain the mighty main battle tanks, the Russian T-90 and the American M1 Abrams.